What's going on, guys? How's it going? You're here. Hope you're having a great start to your day. In this video, this episode, I want to chat with you about 3 unseen threats to your business. And the reason I call them unseen is because most people don't think about these. Yet I believe they're the 3 biggest threats to your business and possibly even to your clients with respect to them working with you. The reason I want to share this is because a lot of people look at business and look at people who've succeeded in business and they think, oh my God, they got these amazing results so quickly, right? These overnight successes. But the reality is that overnight success was 10 years in the making. So here's what I want you to think about is that anyone who's achieved any level of success has not done so very quickly, because usually the path to success is littered with failures. And so if someone is saying like they're this expert, this guru after 1 month of results, I would run the other way, because they haven't been through the trenches long enough to know the blind spots, to have made the mistakes. And that's why people who achieve great success in life often go through a certain amount of time of struggle, suffering, pain, no results, etc. Okay? And I'm not saying your journey has to be full of suffering, because it isn't. Suffering is a choice. But the journey is full of ups and downs, right? And that's the way entrepreneurship goes. So these three threats that you need to know about. Number 1, the first big threat to your business is distraction. So let me I was just actually thinking of something. I'm not sure if I should mention it, but I won't mention it because this individual might be watching this. So let me just put it this way. If you are juggling more than one business, you're distracted. If your business model involves multiple different products and all sorts of convoluted, complex things, you're distracted. If your business needs to feel new and exciting all the time, you are distracted. All right? So business should be boring and more of the same thing. And I can tell you this from firsthand experience. My first health and fitness business was very complicated, hundreds of products, hundreds of funnels, always looking for the next thing. And I learned from that. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. So Healthpreneur is very different. We've got 2 offerings. That's it. Okay? 2 offerings, that is all. So our business is relatively boring, and that's great, right? Because it's all about refining processes, optimizing, making things better, and going deeper as opposed to wider. So distraction is a very real threat, especially if you're using the internet, because all of us are. Even if your business isn't online 100%, you're still using the internet, right? You're still logging into Facebook. You're still going on to Instagram. And the challenge is that every 3rd or 4th post, you're seeing a new ad for some new app, widget, new strategy, new tactic, whatever. And that's very distracting, because what happens is unless you are fully committed and you understand the path that you're on, it is very easy to be dissuaded to something else. And this is the challenge with most entrepreneurs, is that they don't have enough conviction in what they're doing, so they're just waiting for the next thing to come along for them to jump onto. You don't give enough time for the seed to germinate before you start looking for other fields to plant your seeds in. But the thing is, if you don't allow the seeds to germinate, you're going to have a lot of fields with no plants. So instead of being distracted, you have to focus on one thing and do that one thing so well that you become a master at it. It becomes so well done in terms of your focus, your business model, your offering for your clients, that not overnight, but over time, a couple months, couple years, whatever it might be, people start to just recommend you to everyone they know, because you are the best at what you do, and that comes from focus, not distraction. So distraction is the number 1 threat to your business. The second one, which is very real as well, is impatience. Ties in very closely with the first one, because the reality is that if you're not patient, you're going to be distracted. If you're not patient, you're going to jump onto the next thing, hoping for quicker results. And listen, like, you have to pay your dues. You have to pay your dues. If you have a track record, if you have experience in business and you've built a really successful business the first time around and you're starting another one, well, you're going to have faster success, right? Because you've learned lessons, you've got wisdom and experience, and you're going to see faster results. But if you're relatively new to business and if you don't have a track record of success, you have to understand that you have to go through the learning pain. You have to go through the learning curve. You have to learn how to, number one, sell and promote yourself, sell and promote your ideas, sell and promote your business. That is the number one skill you have to develop until you're at least doing $250,000 a year in revenue. You see, I see so many business owners, so many entrepreneurs now with Instagram is their main thing. I'm like, great, so you're building your influence and you have zero money in the bank. Good for you. Hire those photographers to take all those beautiful photos of you smiling in your kitchen or, a nice shot of your you-know-what, and you have no way of predictably getting clients. And even if you do get some people interested from Instagram, what are they moving into? A free challenge or a $20 program? The reality, guys, is you have to learn the fundamentals of building a successful business. Because if you do what most people do, you will get the results that most people get. And those results are not that great, right? If you think about the average salary, according to ZipRecruiter.com, of a health coach, $37,000 a year. $37,000 a year is literally almost at the poverty line. Online personal trainers, same thing, about $36,000 and change. Health professionals, it's about double that. But again, even if it's $72,000 a year, that is, what is that, $4,000 a month? You can't live on that type of revenue, especially if that's your business revenue. What are you paying yourself from your business? So you have to understand that it requires patience to develop the skills that are required to produce the results. Everyone's chasing the results. You have to chase the skills. Acquire the skills, get better at what it is you need to get better at, and when you focus on the process, the outcomes will occur. So that's the second threat, is impatience. And the third one is comparison. Comparison. How easy is it to do online, right? Comparing yourself to other people. I'm just going to grab a sip of water here. So you compare yourself to what other people do. You compare yourself to other Instagram feeds. Oh my God, their feed has a video, then a quote, and then a really nice lifestyle picture, and then it repeats itself. My feed should look the same. Blow that up, okay? None of that stuff matters. Comparing yourself to what other people are making in terms of their revenue, comparing yourself to what other people are doing, creating FOMO, all that stuff. It comes down to really, really knowing your path and being confident that if you just stay on the path, you are going to get to the destination you want to get to. And understanding it's not just about the destination. It's about the journey. Recently I was invited to a mastermind that is, very, very high level. A lot of amazing people in that mastermind. And for me, it was a hell no. Because it wasn't, I don't want to sound closed-minded, because there's obviously some incredible people that are incredibly successful in the group, but also to learn from. But for me, it was just it's not my jam. I'm not feeling it. This is not the crowd I want to be surrounded by. And it's nothing personal. It's just it was an intuitive hit. It was a feeling where I was like, you know what? If I do this, I'm sure some great stuff is going to happen, but I'm already plugged into something else and I'm already focused on this path. I'm going to see this out. I'm going to continue on what I'm doing here. And that is, I think, as you grow in business, you have to learn how to say no more often. And even if you miss out on certain things, the reality is that you gain so much more by staying focused on your path. So comparison, as I believe Eleanor Roosevelt once said, is the thief of joy. If you don't need to be using Instagram to grow your business, I would recommend take Instagram off your phone. Because unless you're creating, you're consuming. And the more consuming you do, the worse you're going to feel about yourself. Because you're going to compare yourself, right? You're going to feel less than you really are because you're not doing what other people are doing, or you see something, you're like, oh my God, I need to do that. And now that leads into distraction again. So this whole idea of comparison is a big thing. And I want to finish this thought by saying losers compare themselves to other people. Winners obsess about their clients. Let me repeat that. Losers, I'm not saying you as an individual as a loser, I'm talking about the race. Those who lose the race in business, we'll call it that, are those who worry about the competition. And winners are those who worry and focus on serving their clients. That is it. We had a client in our group yesterday who said, oh my God, I just came across this platform where they do something similar to me, but they offer it for free. And I said, who gives a shit? What do you think the reality, what do you think the likelihood is that those people who are paying nothing are going to actually do the work and get the results? The likelihood is slim to none. Look, statistically, even for people who buy a course online, the completion rate, not even the success rate, the completion rate is less than 10%. And that's for someone buying a course, $2,000, $200, whatever it is. They don't even do the work. So if you're going to offer something for free, what's the likelihood that person isn't even going to do anything? So as a coach, again, your job is to get people to pay, because when they do, they're going to pay attention. You're going to hold them accountable. They're going to get the results. But if you focus on what everyone else is doing, you're going to start comparing your pricing. You're going to start worrying about what other people are doing. You're going to start thinking in this scarcity mindset, like there's not enough people because there's other people doing what I do. Who cares? There are many other business coaches. I don't care about them. I could care less what they offer because I know our stuff is the best. And instead of worrying about what they're doing, I'm consistently drilling deep with our clients, and I'm asking myself, how do I help our clients win? What can I do to be better? How can we help them at a higher level? And if you focus there, you won't have any competition down the road, because you will be the only person standing because you are the best at what you do. Does that make sense? So let's recap the 3 threats: distraction, impatience, and comparison. If you can avoid these 3, well, listen, you're going to be a lot better off. If you like some help with this to stay focused on a path that actually works, if you need help not worrying about what everyone else is doing, and you need some help to build a system that can produce faster results for you in the sense of a steady stream of clients coming in, you being able to coach them without one-on-one coaching, so your time is more leveraged now, and you're able to produce more income, better results for your clients, and live a better quality of life in the process, hey, then that's what we do every single day of the week. Go to workwithyuri.com, or there should be a link around here. And if that's of interest to you, in terms of what I just said, again, go to workwithyuri.com, just answer a couple questions about your business to see where you're at, where you want to go, and if there might be a good fit. And then book in a time to speak with us, and we'll figure out, listen, what are you up to? What does your business model look like? What is and isn't working? We'll look at where are you bleeding money in your business and how we can fix those challenges. And then third, we will create a customized game plan for your situation and literally show you the path. Like, here's how you go from where you are to where you want to be. And if you want our help to help you get there faster, we can certainly talk about that, but there's no pressure. Cool? So workwithyuri.com, that's where to go right now. And I hope this message has found you well. Hope you have an amazing day, and I will speak with you soon. Ciao.